I love this. Love keeping the game interesting. Yeah, it's just, it's very fun. That's what I would say. Very fun, very entertaining. Let's go. As spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of ley lines, we have the blue Zerg player. We have the SC2 Zerg. It is YoungYakov. And spawning in the top right-hand corner for the first time this broadcast, we have the South Korean player here, the red human player, rocking the Warcraft 3 race for the first time, representing Team Hyper 1. It is HonMonO. The most honorable of monorables. Let's go. Let us go. And again, I don't know if HonMonO has any experience with this mod. I've never seen him play this mod before. Again, he wasn't present when it came to the previous KungFu Cups, when it comes to the previous Warcraft 3 edition KungFu Cup. So we'll see what he has to offer. We'll see if he has been practicing, if he is familiar, and how he does approach this. For now, going for his initial Altar of Kings. I did mention before that it's very common to open up Archmage, or potentially against Zerg players. We've seen a lot of Mountain King openers. But there we go, it is going to be the Archmage instead. Meanwhile, Yakov going for a hatch pool opener back at home. Interesting setup. Going for the Eric. Going for the Eric opener here. Okay, hatch pool into hatchery on location, despite the fact that there was no block, by the way. There was no block in the low ground, but Yakov, clearly he is an Eric enjoyer. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Opening up gasless for now. Does go for delayed gases. Likewise, hatchery's done. Yakov setting up here with his initial sunken colonies. Oh, sorry. I'm just so used to seeing him play Brood War. Spine Crawlers, I should say. Completely walling up. It does fully wall up. I mean, now we see why he went for the hatchery here on the right-hand side. It is to create this wall and to survive against early footman rushes, which is not uncommon, by the way. It is not uncommon to build up your first set of footmen and to ignore the creep and to just zoom across the map and bust into the bases. So this is a very specifically a versus Warcraft 3 build. As you want that SimCity, you want that wall, you want to be safe against the early aggression. Meanwhile, HonMonO, he's not rushing across the map, he is creeping. But again, if he had zoomed across the map, then YoungYakov would be in trouble. That's why he has this setup. So it all makes sense. It all makes sense. It's all coming together. As YoungYakov from here, he's droning, settling in. Do you see HonMonO now move out? He has yet to really invest into his first ability. He's yet to invest. Typically, we do see the Frost Minion or the Water Elemental just so the Elemental can tank shots and you can preserve HP on these units. So HonMonO, in a sense, being a little bit careless here, or spending his resources elsewhere in a different way. As he does move out. Likewise, for the first time, he does see the wall. Yeah, the spine crawlers are up. He does notice, does pull away. So from here he pulls back, expanding back at home, taking his natural. Still has yet to invest into any of his upgrades. Doesn't pick it. Does he know that there are? Does he know that there are items that you can pick up? Papi, we got a ring of protection. +5. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. This might be his first time playing Warcraft 3 Evolution. Like, sorry, I should say the Warcraft 3 races in this mod. Now, does he realize that he can get abilities? Ah, no. And now still creeping. Meanwhile, from the side of our Zerg player, going into 2-base lair. Takes his gases, going to his lair. Double Evo Chamber, Roachhorn is going to be on the way. Getting into Roach play. Now, we did see Roach play be quite successful previously in the tournament for YoungYakov. In his previous match in the quarterfinals. Meanwhile, he's going to be setting up. Okay, not bad. Does get his items, does get a potion of healing as well, so bear that in mind. Does have a little bit of sustain with said army. Building up in 2 bases. Likewise, back at home, just going for roach production here is HonMonO. Sorry, YoungYakov. Going into burrow, eventually into tunneling claw of roaches, into mass roach on 3 bases. Really, I'm looking to see how HonMonO does approach this. Now it looks like he's switching to rifleman. He does have the blacksmith, so riflemen are building up. A bit of a slower start here from HonMonO. And this may just be a slower game in general, just as YoungYakov is slowly expanding, embracing this, getting to his 3rd base. I don't really see YoungYakov pushing out anytime soon, not without 3-base saturation, but we'll see. Does have a 1-1 timing available to him that he might just want to go for. Otherwise, we can just get into a longer game instead. As the game is slowing down, 2 more ranks is on the way here as well. Getting to mass man with gun. This is the precursor to the marine. True. Getting to mass rifleman. Hopefully working towards those upgrades. Likewise, mass roach still building up here for YoungYakov. 3rd base is almost done, and again he should just be droning. Should just be saturating his 3rd base, building up. Should be the direction that YoungYakov does head in. Yo, we goes for the contamination. Let's go. Delays rifleman production. True, you can contaminate buildings, I suppose. Oh no, it's the plague. Burn it. Burn it all. Oh no. HonMonO is building up. Again, he's still just trying to saturate, still kind of getting his footing, it feels. So the reason why it does feel a little bit more and more like HonMonO, he's not too familiar with this, is because what he should be doing here is creeping. Like, he should be hunting down these berserkers, should be building up an army to take down these satyrs as well. Like, there are things to do here when it comes to your Warcraft army, and you need to be, because right now his main hero is at level 2. Like, right now he's underleveled. He's focusing, like, he's playing this like SC2 where he's like focusing on building up an army, and, you know, he's throwing down more Raxes. But what he should be doing, as you can already see, he's at low upkeep. Like, this is as big as an army usually gets in Warcraft 3. Like, he's already at low upkeep, so already he's getting like reduced resources, and he needs to level up his hero, and that just isn't happening. There's so many creeps here. Like, there's so many creeps available to him here on the right hand side, and without killing them, he's just not scaling well into a longer game. Again, part of the strength, like, this part of the balance of this game is how your hero levels up and gains strength over time and over the course of the game itself. That just isn't happening for HonMonO, and he's falling behind. HonMonO, he's falling behind. Roach is going to be moving in, and this hero is just going to be so weak in comparison to what it should be. Right now, he's getting a 2nd hero, getting to his own Mountain King, but it's going to be at level 1. Again, he's still at level 2 with his main hero. So this does kind of show a bit of a what looks to be a bit of a limited understanding of how the Warcraft 3 race works. And there we go. Yeah, the hero just goes down instantly. Does fall, and with that, YoungYakov, he will live well. He can just keep going, to be honest. Like, if he wants to, he can just keep on going. He can go straight for the natural, straight up the ramp as well. He doesn't have to play this safe. YoungYakov, he backs off for the time being, getting another base, getting another expansion. And HonMonO is turtling up. He's just turtling up back at home. Now, what I will say is that it is impressive that HonMonO got this far without playing Warcraft 3. Like, I'm pretty sure HonMonO, he relied upon his Brood War and SC2 to make it to the finals, which is impressive. But again, this is still, you still have to rely on this on Warcraft 3 races to make it here in this tournament. Oh, going for the Neural! Going for the mass Neural. Roaches, they do borrow under the army, coming in for the surround. Yeah, we get the mass on borrow. Yeah, Fungal as well, just locking everything down. And YoungYakov, he will overwhelm. Catching out the Rifleman. Making sure that there's no micro out of this, there's no stutter stepping. Heroes have been rebuilt. But there's no support. There's no support, the Roaches will overwhelm. And with that YoungYakov, he will claim the first game. And take a lead in the series. He will take a lead. GG, well played, YoungYakov. He takes game number 1. GG. GG, well played. And again, we'll see if HonMonO is able to get a better handle on things coming into the rest of this series. Again, I do favor HonMonO when it comes to, I say favor. HonMonO, he has really strong Brood War and really strong SC2. Warcraft 3 is going to be his weakest link coming into this series, bearing in mind that this mod does force you to play these races in certain ways. What I mean by, sorry, it does force you to play out the series in a certain way. Specifically, this is a Conquerors format. What does that mean? Well, YoungYakov, he just won a game with SC2 Zerg. What does that mean? That means he can no longer play SC2 Zerg in the rest of the series. So he has to now rely, so now SC2 Zerg is kind of like crossed off, and now he only has a Brood War and Warcraft 3 remaining. And here we go, spawning in the top left-hand corner of Whispers of Gold. We do have our South Korean Terran player, the Blue Terran, representing Team Hyper 1, looking a little more comfortable here as the SC2 Terran player. It is HonMonO. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have the Undead. Let's go. We have the Undead player himself, the Red Undead. It is YoungYakov. Again, YoungYakov, he just won a game as SC2, so now he has to win with Warcraft 3 and Brood War. So here we go, he does open up with his Undead race. And we haven't seen him go for these Acolyte rushes before, true, he has gone for that in the past. We'll see if he goes for that here. Just catch him in chat. It is similar to what is done on, is that tabletop Warhammer competitive? I'm sorry, Total War, that's it, sorry. I didn't know there was a Total War esports or competitive scene. Interesting. But there you go. It's also, I guess, a little bit similar to AoE, right? To Age of Empires, where I believe in AoE, when you win with a race, with a civ, I guess that's better terminology. When you win with a civ, you can't play it anymore, and you have to play with a different civ. Or like you play a different civ like in each game, like Englishman, and then like I don't know, Chinese, French. Not exactly useless. They have their own tournaments every year. And people are competitive. Oh, there you go. But yeah, I remember having a discussion about this on the podcast before, about how interesting it would be if we had that kind of system, right? Where to win a best of 3, you have to win a game as Terran and then Zerg and then Protoss, right? Like that's crazy. But I guess AoE is a little bit different, because in AoE, not saying that the races are too similar to each other, but there are more similarities between the civs in AoE than there are between the races in SC2. But regardless, here we go. Regardless, we are going to be opening it once again with the Lich, so we do have a Lich opener here out of YoungYakov. Once again, is one of the more common openers. Meanwhile, Double Gas here by HonMonO, going for a faster factory. Ooh, going for a 1-1-1, one base all in. HonMonO, he's building up, he's massing up early on here on one base. Setting up a safety bunker. And Yakov, he will soon move out for a scout. He is yet to do so. The Lich has arrived. Curious if he plans to go for another Acolyte Rush. Now, if he blindly opens up Acolyte Rush, I'll be honest, HonMonO, he's more than ready. Like, he is, again, playing one base play. He's on one base. He's already got a bunker, Marines. Meanwhile, yep, we do move out. Okay, okay, we're just creeping. Okay, we're just gonna be creeping here. We're not rushing across the map. A couple of boys are pulled. Yeah, skeletons are here to soak some damage. Getting up those initial nulls. And back at home, it is going to be a one base all in. So it's going to be early tank and Banshee production. So this isn't a hyper safe play, it is a hyper aggressive play. So one base all in out of HonMonO. Now what is scary here is that YoungYakov has not scouted. He does not know what's going on. He doesn't know if there's an expansion and what exactly HonMonO is up to. So that's the biggest concern here for YoungYakov. Does now move out across the map. Does move out, and he will soon confirm lack of expansion, and if he pokes up the ramp, he will confirm the tank. And pokes up the ramp, does get eyes on the tank. He's going for the Frost Nova. Tank taking a lot of hits, the boys are pulled to repair, and with that YoungYakov, we should be able to hold on. Oh, Frost Nova here on the workers. Oh my god, SCVs are getting low. Likewise, so is the Lich. Oh my god, barely does bring down the tank. Tank goes down. Boys moving in. And we do fully heal up. We do repair. HonMonO does hold. Now, the scariest thing that just happened here, no scout. Barely the Starport and the Banshees were out of vision. Banshees were out of vision. Starport was out of vision. Right now, there is no detection for YoungYakov. And here come the Cloak Banshees, and they may just end the game. They may just end the game. As Banshees move out. Yakov trying to race back, getting caught out. There we go, HonMonO making his way towards that main. Oh god, running into creeps on the way back home. Banshees there to arrive, Worker's gonna be going down. Losing Acolytes, losing Ghouls. And I don't think it's an answer, I'll be honest. I think that might just be game. I may be unfamiliar with detectors for undead, but I don't think there are any right now. I mean, there is the Frost Nova, true, you can try to Frost Nova this. But the Lich, because of the earlier damage, the Lich is almost dead. Yeah, he's gonna go down. You see Lich trying to race back. Does activate his Scroll of Speed. Gets a Frost Nova. Gets one. Gets one, only one. Oh my god, does recall. Whew, does recall in time. Clutch save there from Yakov, but now there's a second Banshee. And again, all he has is that Frost Nova. Yeah, Lich is going to be targeted. It does go down. Massive pickoff, and that might just be game. The Banshee Rush. Back at home, HonMonO, he expands, takes his natural. Again, detection can be that much more annoying to get into here. Steam Warcraft 3. Spirit Tower does zone. Does zone away. We have 2 Port Banshee on the way. We have Hyperflight Rotors in production as well. Getting into Banshee speed. Oh god. Yo, the creeps are helping. Okay, the Lich was rebuilt. The Lich is back. He's got Dust of Appearance. Yeah. He did just buy an item. Dust of Appearance. He does get basically Revelation on this. Revelation on the Banshees. And he gets one of the Banshees. Really? One? How many charges does he have? Cooldown 14, 2 charges. Okay. So he's got 2 more charges on the Dust of Appearance. So he's relying on items. Behind this, Death Knight is on the way. Meanwhile, HonMonO, he's happily mining on 2 bases, going mass Banshee. So he's still going mass Banshee. Into mech. Second factory is on the way. Eventually into a more mech heavy composition. Here we go. Banshees are moving out. 5 in total. See Yakov setting up. Once again, the Draenei, they're helping out. Oh no! They're helping you. Meanwhile, we do have a Death Coil here with the Death Knight. Likewise, Mass Banshee into the main. Lich does respond. We'll zone away. Yeah, Lich does zone. But alas, with Hyperflight Rotors, the Banshees, they just ignore the hero. They head to the natural, catching out more acolytes. Oh, does miss the Dust of Appearance. Does miss the scan. And he's down to 1 charge. He has 1. Oh, sorry, 2. Okay. Still got 2 charges. Did he just buy more? It's possible. Still got 2 charges. We gotta be careful, man. We gotta be careful with our dust. Preserve the dust. Meanwhile, it's just gonna be Mass Tank Banshee. So Mass Tank Banshee. More tanks, more Banshees. Also building up for HonMonO. Likewise, you do see Yakov. I mean, he's still on a 2-base economy. He doesn't have a base here at the natural, but he's been mining from the gold mines regardless. And minerals, I mean, I should say gold is more valuable than lumber here. You can see he's only got 2 workers. Shade is out. Shade is a detector. I believe you need the sacrificial pit for that, right? Am I crazy? Ah, there it is. Yeah. Sacrificial pit does make detectors. So we got some shades. Shades are almost like observers, I guess. Like they don't have an attack, but they can, yeah, they can reveal. The shades are out. And Yakov is stabilizing. I'll be honest, I thought it was going to die earlier. Things were looking dire earlier when we had the Banshees sniping the Lich. Things were not looking good. But Yakov, he is stabilizing. Mass Banshee into the main. Dives into the main base. Heads into the mineral line. Oh, Frost Nova does connect. Oh yeah, nice catch. Likewise, webs down some of the Banshees. 2, 3 Banshees going down. Very nice stun. Very nice catch there from YoungYakov. Bearing in mind, these Crypt Fiends, they can web. They can web units to the ground. It's almost like these Crypt Fiends are like the anti-Phoenix, where Phoenixes they lift. Meanwhile, the Crypt Fiends they pin them down to the ground instead. They web them up. Meanwhile, we have a massive tank army that has a mast. Yakov, he commits in. Yeah, Lich goes down real fast and real quick. Frost Nova on the tanks, but so many tank shots going to be going off. There are just so many tanks, too many tanks. And Yakov, he will lose everything, just running into a tank line. He will lose his army, lose both heroes, and all the Crypt Fiends. And this also shows just how far ahead HonMonO was when it comes to his own economic game state. He's now getting a 3rd base, he has mass tank building up, and Yakov, he's in trouble. He is hurting. He was not expecting that. And now HonMonO is coming in for the kill. He's moving in for the kill. Does push. Likewise, what do we have to work with? We have 7 Banshees, 11 tanks. Ay. As tanks are sieging. They're slowly encroaching upon the natural. Yakov, he was trying to stabilize. He's rebuilding his heroes. But that's a lot of tanks, Pappy. That's a lot of tanks. Yo, we got gargoyles on the way. You see Death Knight across the map trying to harass. Yo, we have so many turrets that have just randomly been set up. Okay. Death Knight trying to find some damage. Runs into a planetary of all things, is going to go down. Likewise, Frost Nova on the first line of tanks. But there's just a second and a third line behind this. There's so many tanks. Frost Nova lands, but there's no support. There's no support, it's just a singular Lich. Gargoyles move in. There's zero anti-air. Nothing shoots up the Gargoyles. They got this. They're fine, Papi, they're fine. Another Frost Nova takes out all the Banshees, not bad. Yeah, Lich pops up. Takes down the final Banshee. Another Frost Nova. Mate, YoungYakov, he's shutting this down. He's holding. I didn't think he could, but with 3 units, let's go. The Lich is cracked. Uh-oh. Bit of a misrally there. Bit of a misrally. Does take down the tanks. YoungYakov, he holds on. Let's go. He's tenacious. Doesn't give up. He's still in this. He's still got this back. We're good. We're good. Behind this, HonMonO, he has to rebuild. Now, what I will say is that HonMonO, his economy. Okay, there we go. He's now on 3-base saturation. He's oversaturated in his main. So really, he's on a 2-base economy at the moment. Undersaturated at the natural, actually. So the economy is still a little bit lackluster, a little bit shaky for HonMonO. Meanwhile, he's going to be switching into a more robust army composition, not just tank Banshee, but now into Cyclone production as well. Into a more well-rounded mech army. So tanks, Cyclones, Hellions, still a couple of Banshees. Yakov breaks out. What if Happy could save this game? Yo, who? Kappa. We're here for YoungYakov, back. I wonder if Happy would be interested. I don't think he would be interested in playing Warcraft 3 Evolution, right? Like, considering his thoughts on StarCraft, I doubt he'd get involved. But now, does break through. Yo, we got the Dreadlord. We got the trio. Likewise, HonMonO setting up here at his 4th. Scanning at his army. HonMonO is maxing out. Oof. Maxing out with his mech army, and I'll be honest, I'm not so certain that Yakov can get much done breaking these siege lines. All HonMonO has to do is just fully max out, fully turtle up. Yakov, he does dive in, going for the tanks. Oh, Gargoyles is good. They're going to be fully here to the turrets. Takes down, what, 1, 2 tanks. Cyclones are coming from behind. Cyclones, they are going to be cleaned up though. We get the revelation here on those Banshees. And Yakov, he can fight this here out of range of the tanks, but pushing into that tank line, that's a different story. There we go, another revelation. Cleans up most of the army. Another Dreadlord, get out of here. Oh my god. Clutch Death Coil, but alas, yeah, both heroes will fall. Once again, down to just the one Lich. Just the one Lich left over. Does fall as well, losing everything, losing the entire army, all 3 heroes. They are revived here at the tavern. They are revived. Yo, Yakov, he knows. He's playing a lot of Warcraft 3. Can Ghost snipe undead? I would imagine so. I wouldn't see a reason as to why they wouldn't be able to. Banshees, they poke in once again. Poke in. Yakov back at home, holding, trying to build back up. But again, because of all these losses, Yakov, his army is non-existent. Heroes are strong, but they're not that good. Not like this. Meanwhile, HonMonO back at home, all he's doing is turtling. Just turtling up, maxing out here with his mech. That is, HonMonO's win condition is to max out, then counterattack. Like, he's more than happy to just sit here for 45 minutes. We've seen that before. We've seen hour-long games with HonMonO. Nice Frost Nova. Meanwhile, Yakov getting his third base up and running. Getting his third. I'll be honest, when it comes to trying to break this kind of siege line, I don't know what the best answer is from the side of our undead player. As he is struggling here against the creep camps, has to pull away. Taking a lot of damage. Taking a lot of damage here. But will barely clean this up. Scan HonMonO, he sees, he's like, hold up, you're almost dead. Hold up. I'm on my way. Helps out the ogres, diving on the heroes, forces a recall. Yeah, the units are close enough. They do recall back home. They teleport to safety, the base is going to go down. And Yakov, I want to say he's coping a little bit here, just because his ability to get on top of those tanks, it's not going to be possible without any kind of buffer here for his army. Yeah, he just ignores it. Yeah, he avoids the tanks. Makes the most sense. Going for a counterattack. Diving on the main army. Massive Frost Nova. Oh my god. Jesus. And Nova was solid, but they only hit half the army. There we go. Second Nova pops off, takes out almost every single tank, but there's a second line of tanks behind this. Very impressive fight. Jesus. that was insane. Oh my god. I want to say killed like 8 tanks there. Okay. I want to believe. Oh, he does have mana though. Okay, so one more. There we go. Again, so one Nova does like half HP to the tanks. So if they're stacking, I mean, the value is insane. No, can the Lich carry? Spirit Torch. I believe that regenerates mana, right? Crazy. I'm moving in. Moving in once again, though. Would you see once HonMonO, after that fight, he's like, okay, I'm never moving out again. That's not happening. He's gonna back off. He's gonna go back to turtling. He's like, this is why I don't move out and attack. This is why I only turtle. Otherwise, you lose your army. True. Not wrong. You can see YoungYakov trying to find another way in, but again, there's planetaries, turrets. Now, there are no tanks in this position, so this base is actually quite vulnerable. I'm not so certain how quickly a planetary can be targeted down, though, with this kind of army. It's now building up. We're taking the base on the right-hand side. HonMonO, he will attempt to move out. HonMonO still building up back at home. Taking a quote-unquote ninja base, trying to take expansions. Running into creep, unfortunately. Creep that has yet to be cleaned up. And just like previously, the hope for YoungYakov is to wait for HonMonO to push. Which, the problem here is that, again, HonMonO has no incentive. Like, he has no incentive to move out. He is happy to max and to just like plant his flag and just chill. Like, park his chair and just sit back. And Yakov's still trying to expand. He's yet to do so. Pushing towards the left. Again, this position is the most weakest just because there are no tanks, so we can try to break the planetary. Meanwhile, HonMonO, he does respond, does rotate, trying to come in for a surround. Or does he go for the base trade? He's going for the base trade. Let's go. They are going to be trading. YoungYakov, he will miss this. Turns back around. HonMonO, he cannot be caught on siege. He's got to be careful. Tanks, they push forward. HonMonO making his way into that natural. Yakov coming in from behind, but the tanks, they're all pre-sieged. And he cannot push into this. Not like this. HonMonO, once again, he's set up. Unsieges half his tanks, moving on forward. The Shade does spot this, and here we go. He goes for the dive, gets one Frost Nova off. Decent Nova. Can he break through this though? There's just so many tanks. And the first line does fall. He gets the first line of tanks, but the other line, oh my god, massive Nova! Can he do it? Oh my god, he's so close. Friendly fire. Breaks through most of the tanks. Oh my god. Does cost him a lot. And there we go, there's one tank left. One tank barely remaining. And YoungYakov, it cost him everything. It was an impressive fight. One tank survived. GG gets called. HonMonO, he will take the game. He will tie up the series. And we have a back and forth. GG. GG, well played. HonMonO, he does take the second game. We are now tied up 1-1. Whew, and I'm sure YoungYakov is happy to now know that HonMonO can no longer play SC2. SC2, he now gets his first win with that race, with that mode, which means he now has to rely on his Brood War and his Warcraft 3 instead. Let's go. GG. GG, well played. That leads us here into game number 3. We're going to be loading into Abyssal Reef. And we'll see what races our players pick this time. Oh, hello. Okay. As spawning in the top left-hand corner of Abyssal Reef, once again we have our South Korean Zerg player, the Blue Human. Sorry, South Korean human player, the Blue Human player, representing Team Hyper 1. It is HonMonO. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have the Brood War Zerg player, the Red Zerg, being forced into a tied series. We'll see if we can bring it back. It is YoungYakov. Go. So we have a Brood War Zerg up against Warcraft 3 Human. And again, we did see, I mean, unfortunately, there's just very little time here to kind of learn and adapt. But in the previous time, game one, we saw HonMonO with the human race. It did seem like he was lacking a bit of understanding as to how the Warcraft 3 races work. Hopefully, seeing YoungYakov in the previous game state, hopefully HonMonO now has a better understanding here when it comes to creeping. That was the big issue, was that HonMonO, he was kind of in a way settling back at home, macroing and not creeping. Because of that, his army did not scale well into a longer game. He was lacking levels on his heroes, and he was just overwhelmed. He was just overwhelmed by mass roach. Meanwhile, with the Brutal Zerg on the table, we have seen time and time again YoungYakov go into 2-base lurker play. So we expect lurker tech out of YoungYakov. We'll see if he does embrace that once again. Meanwhile, from the side of HonMonO, we do need him to be more active with his army. We'll see if he will be. See if he does become more active. For now, just building up, working towards his Archmage once again. Likewise, back at home. Hatch gas full into a macro hatchery, into most likely sunken colonies. Ooh, as HonMonO, he does attempt to rush across the map. Speaking of, the spawning pool is about to finish up, and where's that Coney? There it is. Coney is on the way. Now, for those that are curious, it is very common for a Warcraft 3 player to move out with their first couple of units to harass the mineral lines. That is why the side defense early on is very important here from the Zerg side of things, whether it's SC2 Zerg or Brood War Zerg. And there we go. The footman does get that. A little bit of a pathing issue here. Hopefully it does notice in time. Yeah, the colony is done, and the footman is going to go down. It's a nice setup here. Nice pickoff. We have a second colony on the way. YoungYakov, he's droning. Meanwhile, across the map, we do see that HonMonO, he is moving out. Does move out. Oh, did go for Blizzard first. Interesting. As we mentioned before, it's a little bit more common. Oh, God. It's a little bit more common to open up with the Water Elemental, as the Elemental does tank shots. It's a way to preserve the HP on your army. This is where I'm a little bit concerned for HonMonO, because despite opening up quadruple footmen, the footmen are very low on HP. And healing and regenerating HP is also a bit of a resource here in Warcraft 3. As HonMonO moves out, the Lings are moving in. Lings, they bypass the main army. Back at home, HonMonO, he can militia his units. But the army is still so low on HP. Yeah, Lings, they do get across the map. Workers are going to be targeted down. HonMonO still creeping, still fighting, engaging in the center. Oh, and he's leading out units here. It's going to be 1 or 2. There's the militia, getting up to 3 peasants. Up, can he get the third? He can. 3 workers go down. HonMonO is still committing, but again, his army is very low on HP. Has to pull away. His rally goes past all these creep. You have to be very careful with your rallies, as he almost loses another footman. Watch your rallies, Matthew. Watch your rallies. Again, there's a bit of a learning curve to playing Warcraft 3 Evolution. Overlord does scout, does confirm. Lings, they just bypass the main army. They just head across the map anyway. Back at home, we have 4 sunken colonies and a full wall. And Yakov, he's ready for the counterattack. Nice positioning with the footman. Pulls away. There's the militia. And we can see that YoungYakov just has to wait this out. Just wait this out. The longer this is militiaed, I mean, that's less resources here for HonMonO. He runs into a wall of spine crawlers, or sunken colonies. And Yakov, he is ready back at home. He is ready, he is secure. HonMonO is still trying to be active. Lings, they get us around. Gets around well, oh, going for the other. Pulling away. Oh no! HonMonO, he runs into the creep, he runs into the Ogre King. Not like this, Archmage just got killed. Yeah, he has to replace it. Just went down, not even to YoungYakov. Ay, ay, ay. So I keep saying Ogre King, the Ogre Lord, I should. With respect on the name, Altar is gonna fall as well, which means there's no hero. Hero! And YoungYakov is just pulling HonMonO apart. I love this game so much. GG gets called. Again, miss rally time and time again. You got to respect the map, respect the terrain. And GG, YoungYakov will take a 2-1 lead. Whew. GG. GG, well played. He will take a lead. And now we're jumping into game number 4. Now, HonMonO, he can still rely on his Brood War Terran. Like, Brood War Terran is still something that he can rely upon. Still something that he can whip out. Let's go. As spawning in, oh again, oh god. As spawning in the bottom left hand corner, we have the human player here once again, the South Korean player. It's a human. It always sounds weird saying that. It is HonMonO. And spawning in the top right hand corner, we have the red human player. Let's go. True, he hasn't won a game with human with Warcraft 3 as he did lose with his undead earlier. We have YoungYakov. Let's go. Catching with chat. Hello, Super Kaito. Papi, what is this? I just tuned in. Welcome one and all to the KungFu Cup number 6 Warcraft 3 Evolution Edition. If you haven't tuned in before, this is a weekly tournament. It is a weekly event that does feature the Warcraft 3 mod. Now, I say this is weekly. Every week they alternate between StarCraft Evolution and Warcraft 3 Evolution. So we have been covering the last, I guess, 2 months of this. I guess almost 2 months of this. So far, it has been a lot of fun, and yeah, HonMonO, he has been able to stumble his way into the finals here, but again, he is still inexperienced when it comes to Warcraft 3. Meanwhile, YoungYakov, he has all the experience. YoungYakov, he is good to go. He's favored as he's able to embrace his own Warcraft 3 race, this time not undead, this time human instead. Let's go. Meanwhile, we do have our opener. It is going to be the Mountain King opener here out of YoungYakov. Rushing into the early Arcane Vault. Interesting. The Arcane Vault is basically a shop. It's like a shop that you do have access to, so you can buy items early on and replenish your inventory. Likewise, HonMonO is setting up back at him as well, going for a 2-rack setup. Does open up with the additional raxes. And we'll see what hero he does open with this time. As so far, every game we have seen HonMonO open up Archmage. Have seen Archmage openers. And likewise, HonMonO doing the same, going for his own Mountain King as well, much later, as it was a later altar and a faster second Rax. You can see a militia here with the initial units, ideally to tank some shots. And YoungYakov does break out. It breaks the aggro. As we mentioned before, like especially early on, whenever you're creeping like this, like HP on your footman is a resource. Like you want to be as efficient as possible and preserve that HP as best you can. Likewise, moving out. Does end up getting boots of speed. Okay. Does get the speed. Does open up with a Stormbolt as well. Although it's a curious, Stormbolt is a stun. So YoungYakov does open with a stun on his hero. Meanwhile, HonMonO across the map has still yet to make his own. So you can see here, because of the build, because of the 3-rax opener of HonMonO, it did delay his altar, it did delay his initial king, it does delay his hero unit, and likewise it delays his creeping as well, as you don't want to creep without gaining levels. And HonMonO pulling back. Okay, there we go. So hero has arrived. Once again, he also does open Stormbolt. Does open Stormbolt. We can see HonMonO going into 3-rax, going into 3-rax Rifleman, going into the range-based units instead. Interesting. So building up a decently robust army early on. And what else do we have? Increase accuracy. Oh, does scan. Okay, does scan across the map. He does get eyes on the setup. He does see the blacksmith. He knows that we have riflemen on the way. But I was just checking, so he did buy the crystal ball, so he does have scans. So Yakov is aware. Just now getting a second Rax. HonMonO also be creeping. His own setup. Wait, I'm waiting for the scan. You can see he was just buying items. Yakov's still being active. Did scan for a second time. He scanned. He did see the natural expansion. He knows. Feels nulls, man. And we're settling in. We're settling into our games. I will still want to see. This is the same mistake that we saw previously. I mean, at least this time, I mean, he's still on level 2. We do need to see some more creeping here out of HonMonO. Like clearing up the nulls here on the right. Or the Quillbore, Razor Mains. Yakov is being active. He's being active, is moving out. I mean, he has a plethora of footmen. Pushing up the ramp. He does have his Thunderclap. HonMonO does not. Does clap. Does get on top of the army. Yeah, Riflemen are going to be going down. Gets 1. Gets 2. Likewise, still has a stun available as well. Ooh, stuns the hero. Gets us around. No. Yeah, HonMonO does get surrounded. There's no way out of this. He's trapped. That does militia his boys. Force a recall. Yeah, recalls out of the surround. Oh my god, recalls everything. Jesus. Oof. And so far, HonMonO, he does make a stand. Of course, YoungYakov, he can always recall away. There it is. Does recall out. Whew. Does recall out, but at what cost? Did lose all of his footmen in the process. Does save his hero, and again, he was doing some damage here, but he's down a base. He's down a base, he's down an economy here. This was very committed by YoungYakov, and he failed to break HonMonO. And HonMonO looking good here. Looking good, looking solid. If he had lost his hero, I'd say otherwise, but no, he does preserve his army. He does preserve that natural base. And now he's building up his own footman and rifleman army. And I believe getting into Kael'thas. Oh, no. That is going to be YoungYakov. Getting into Kael'thas instead. There's Revelation. Does get eyes on the main army composition. YoungYakov still pushing though. I believe he should have... Oh, no, never mind. Got into Siphon Mana instead. Okay. Didn't get Flame Strike. There's a first stun. Meanwhile, he claps. Going for the hero. Doesn't quite get it. And pushing forward once again, going for another clap. And we'll pull away. Trades with the army, trades some HP, doesn't get any major kills. You can see basically he's just using I keep saying Kael'thas, but he keeps using his second hero just to just as a battery. Just giving mana to his main hero. Getting his own natural up and running. Pulls away. And we have a back and forth. We have a game. We have a game here. It looks like instead of going for the Blood Elf, we do see another Archmage on the way here for HonMonO. That's going to be his second hero. Building up. Interesting decision here from YoungYakov. It looks like he's going to be committing to a melee-based composition, building up more footmen and going to be investing into the defend upgrade. So he'll take, what is it, like 30% less shots or 30% reduced damage from range units. So he does research defend. Likewise, HonMonO also breaking out. We be creeping. Okay, this is enough to level the Blood Elf. To level Kael'thas. HonMonO breaking out. He did get... Oh, just mana regen? Okay. To get mana regen on his Sage. Again, he has just got Mass Man with Gun, Mass Rifleman. That is where the defend upgrade is going to come into play for YoungYakov. There we go, he breaks out. Oh. Gets the first Thunderclap. Oh, the Mazigan taking a lot of hits, takes a lot of damage. Takes a lot of hits. Doesn't get the hit that he was looking for. Not quite. From here, pulls away. Major goes down. Oof. Nice stun though, not bad. Does get that decent stun up. Has a guy back. Riflemen, they will overwhelm. They shut down most of the footmen. Not much HP left. Yeah, there's just so many riflemen here. And we are running out of mana. That was the final clap. Does go off. King pushing in. Oh, gets another though. Gets on the last. One more. The army's low. Oh my god. And in the end, HonMonO, he's forced back. Oh, takes mana away. Let's go. Does siphon mana on HonMonO's hero. Oh, does get the stun off. And YoungYakov, it's so close. Gets the hero, takes him down, gets away as well. The final stun. And YoungYakov, he takes the fight. He takes the fight to the footman. They do break through. Again, forcing back the rifleman. No, he runs into the creep. Get out of here. HonMonO, get away. A very close, very clutch fight. YoungYakov does come out ahead. Remember, he did save his own Mountain King. Now healing back up. Oh god, oh god. I mean, this is also why it's important to clear up the creep early on as well, as they can become an issue. Be careful with your pathing. As HonMonO is still just going massive rifleman. Reviving his own Mountain King. I'm hearing horses everywhere. Jesus, it's just the one. It's just the one horse. Oh no, there we go. I was like, why do I keep hearing it wherever I go? We got some knights. A couple of knights have arrived. God, they're so loud. And you can see here, kind of like in the downtime of this game, YoungYakov, what does he do? He creeps, right? He hunts down more centaur, hunts down more units, getting more levels. Meanwhile, HonMonO, he's stuck at home, right? He's stuck at home, rebuilding, remaxing. He's being more passive with his army instead of hunting down like these units here, for example. There we go. Does now move over. I mean, you can argue, part of that was because, his hero was dead, true. Had to rebuild. Yeah, Yakov does take that lead. Oh, we got a Tome of Strength. Let's go. Yakov does rotate towards the right hand side. Investing in his upgrades. Oh, steals an item. Let's go. Takes a health stone. Not bad. Actually be useful. Well, coming in from behind. Collapsing on these riflemen. Once again, a nice stun. Yeah, riflemen are getting called out. Flame strike as well. Yeah, the boys have to pull away. And HonMonO is getting called out here. Once again, just diving on those riflemen. Oh, turning around. There we go. Does commit in. Gets off another thunderclap. The riflemen, they're all going to be going down. Very low HP. And YoungYakov, he overwhelms. He does overwhelm. Again, he did call out. He did just catch out the riflemen. Likewise, oof, brutal stun. Gets surrounded. Yeah, body looking here on the final king. On the final hero, it does go down. And what's left? What is left here for HonMonO? Down to a couple of riflemen. Down to the militia, of course. They're trying to hold their own. As they're trading somewhat well here. But the economy is going to be in shambles. Now, without any heroes, HonMonO, he has nothing left. And with all three races, with Brood War, with SC2, and now with Warcraft 3 as well, yeah, he will take it. What's even? He doesn't. Yeah. Again, you want to stay at a low worker count. GG gets called, and YoungYakov, he will claim it. He will take the series 3-1. GG. GG, well played. As you mentioned before, HonMonO, he's a little more unfamiliar with the Warcraft 3 races and with the Warcraft 3 mod. But yes, like quote-unquote minerals, it's actually a little bit reversed, I guess, as opposed to SC2. But HonMonO, he was banking up a lot of quote-unquote minerals or lumber. lumber isn't as useful. It's useful for upgrades, for example, for upgrades for tech, but you can get away with a lower worker count and lower lumber mining, right? You don't actually need that many workers. And based on the militia towards the end, HonMonO, he did invest quite heavily into making workers, into making peasants, just to mine quote unquote lumber. And clearly at the end, like, he was like, what do I even have this for? It's like, Papi, you don't need that many. Don't need that many. So GG well played. There's a bit of a learning curve, of course, but a shout out to HonMonO for making it to the finals, for making it that far regardless, and for making the finals what it was. So congratulations to YoungYakov, as he will be this week's champion for KungFu Cup. GG well played. Again, YoungYakov, he does look very well versed when it comes to Warcraft 3. So far there are a couple of players that we have noticed that have really embraced it quite well. Players like Kurian, Liu Li, YoungYakov, Maxed, MaxPax as well. MaxPax is also really good at Warcraft 3. So MaxPax as well, he got knocked out earlier in the tournament. So yeah, it's been really cool to see which of these players has been kind of like transferring over and embracing this mod a little bit more than others. Has been cool to see. Has been cool to see. Regardless, GG well played. With that, congratulations to YoungYakov for claiming the series and for claiming the win. Otherwise, hope you all enjoyed yourselves. Hope you all had a great time. We are going to be wrapping up our broadcast here for the morning. Not bad, almost a 4-hour cast, but we're going to be live later on this evening with some more StarCraft action. Here we go, exclamation mark. Or I should say, let's switch our scenes over and catch up on our schedule. And there it is. We do have our schedule set up here. We just wrapped up with our Saturday cast in the morning with the KungFu Cup Warcraft 3 Evolution. Later on this evening, I say this evening, this afternoon at 5 p.m. KST, that's going to be 6 p.m. AEST. That is in 4.5 hours. Oh, I don't have much time. But in 4.5 hours, we're going to be back. We're going to be live with the Chicken King Cup, number 7, day 2. Going to be live with day 2. You can see we were live last night. This is an 8-player invitational in StarCraft 2, and we have our top 4. We have 4 players remaining. We have Dark, we have Gumiho, we have Zaun, and we have Lemon as well. That's it. So we have Lemon, Zaun, Dark, and Gumiho, 4 top players remaining here in the tournament. And tonight is going to be the best of 5 semis and the best of 7 grand finals. So we have 3 matches. We have 3 matches ready for you here tonight. That's going to be in 4.5 hours. So I have a little bit of time to get some food, get some snacks, rest up, edit some VODs, and get ready for some more casting. Some more StarCraft. Meanwhile, after that tournament, hopefully I'll have some time to nap. I do want to nap because, as you can see on our schedule, Sunday morning at 1 a.m. KST, that's going to be 2 a.m. here in Australia. We're going to be live with the HSL playoffs, with the Hispanic StarCraft League playoffs here live on the channel. It's going to be amazing, going to be beautiful. Do look forward to it as we have some more StarCraft on the horizon. Again, a very intense and very busy weekend. I still have to get my scenes ready for that as well, so that's what I'm going to be doing during the downtime. In these 4 hours, I have to get everything ready here for the HSL, because it is more of like a professional setting, a professional setup. So I'll do my best to get that going. Do my best. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Do appreciate it. Hope you all enjoyed yourselves. Hope you all had a great time, as we are going to be wrapping up. We're going to be wrapping up here for the morning. And again, we'll be back in a couple of hours with some more StarCraft. HSL gonna be hype. It's gonna be hype. Otherwise, yeah, hope you all had a great time here, and we'll see you guys later on this evening. Have a great day. Oh, thank you, Sinistro. Thank you. Gonna be sleeping when you're back. It's all good. Get some rest. Come back for HSL. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be amazing. But yeah, with that, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you guys next time. If you want to watch or follow more of the KranKy Ducklings, then exclamation mark socials in the chat. Socials. We'll give you a link to all the social medias: Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Discord, all things KranKy Ducklings. We are live on a daily basis here on the channel, as you can see, multiple times a day, and we also upload VODs on YouTube on a regular basis as well. Just caught up in the chat. But yeah, we do upload on a daily basis over on YouTube, so YouTube is the place to be for that daily content. If you can't watch it live, then YouTube will help you catch up on those VODs. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. Thanks for support, and we'll see you guys either in 4.5 hours or tomorrow for some Hispanic Star League. See you then. See you then. Papi, see you then. Thanks for watching. Until next time. Ciao, Papi, ciao. Until next time.